Mom admitted online that she loves her 3 kids but regrets having them.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amaomi, aka Petite Diva, and in this video we are discussing why some mothers regret having children.
Mom admitted online that she loves her 3 kids but regrets having them. She posted to Reddit recalling how much her life had changed since having her first child 12 years ago. She felt like her life had ended. Now she likens herself to a full-time nanny, chef, and maid for 3 little humans. She doesn't feel like her kids show her any respect and that they aren't even that fond of her, and her husband isn't helping matters any. She says she grew up with a bad mom, so now she overcompensates by always trying to take the best care of her home and her family, and she always feels underappreciated. She's not alone in these feelings. Studies have shown that around 1 in 10 parents regret having children, and they suffer in silence because there's a huge stigma attached to this regret. While many women are aware of the physical changes that can occur in order for them to become a mom, many women are not prepared for the overwhelming burden of becoming the primary caretaker for the family. Not to mention the fact that many stay-at-home parents face isolation, loneliness, loss of identity, and depression. The primary parent should have time for self-care, self-discovery, and time away from the responsibilities of being a parent. And the partner needs to step up and make the entire family a priority, which includes the mother. The key is finding balance, which isn't always easy. Hang in there, mama. You're not alone.
That came on the internet and asked all the moms if children are worth it. I'm going to give you a short and quick answer. The answer is no, they aren't. Now, before you mom crusaders come up in here trying to come for me, please understand that I am not Beyonce and I do like to cuss. But also, let me explain. Okay, the thing about it is children will be the greatest love you've ever known, experienced. Oh my gosh, it's like nothing you can even explain, right? But with every high, there is an opposite and equal challenge to go with it. And if you want to have kids and make them worth it, you need 3 things, okay? And you don't have to have all 3 things. You should, hopefully you can, but you don't have to have all 3 things, but you need to at least have 1 of the 3 and hopefully 2 of the 3, okay? They're not all weighted the same. 1, you need a good partner. Yes, I know, cliche. However, the case of the matter is you do need a good partner. You need somebody who's going to be a team player, an active player, not stressing you out, not taking away from your peace, not being a hindrance, and worse, a child themselves, okay? You do want a good partner, okay? Number 2, resources, i.e. money. Comes and goes. There's all these different programs, but when I'm talking about resources, I'm talking about money. You need to be able to pay for the things that you cannot get if you don't have a good spouse or a good partner, whatever the case may be. All right. The third thing, support system. If you have a support system, maybe your mom, maybe the aunts, maybe you have a good, huge tribe around you and you can, help with the kids and, lean on one another. But if you don't have these 3 things, no, the kids are not worth it. Do not risk your life for it. Do not risk your sanity for it. You need a few of those things. 1 to 3. Hopefully you have all 3, but if you don't have all 3, because most people don't, not a lot of people have all 3, and I'm going to tell you they're not weighted equally. The good partner is probably the heaviest, most weighted. Why? Because even if you don't have a support system, even if you don't have money, you have somebody who can figure it out with you. You have a team player. You have someone to help you through the trenches, because there will be trenches. No matter how perfect in everything your child is, because they are so perfect, you will never find a love and you will never feel a love that way. But I assure you that will never be enough. Okay, so her question was, mothers, please tell us childless women, are children worth it? There's your answer.
I mean, what if I don't want to live the way you live?
Oh, don't be ridiculous.
Have y'all seen the subreddit for the people who regret having kids? It's eye-opening and important, because as a child-free woman, all you ever heard was, oh no, just have kids, it's the best thing ever, and no one ever had the forum to admit that they regret having kids. You can never say that in public, but now through the magic of Reddit, you can say it like behind your username. No one knows who you are, and holy shit, There are so many people who regret having children, who hate their fucking lives because they have children, who have said straight out, like, I love my kids, but I hate my kids and I wish I didn't have them. Like, it's not that uncommon. And I think it is so, first of all, good that they have a forum to, like, get that out. Probably helps them relieve a lot of pressure, but also people need to hear that. Because all you ever hear from are people who are like, oh no, it's different once you have your own, you'll love them. That's not true. That is not true. It turns out if you have an inkling that you don't want kids, having kids is a terrible idea and you'll very likely regret it. You just couldn't admit it before. Here's the kicker. It's mostly moms. It is mostly moms. And you could say like, oh, maybe it's because, well, postpartum depression, which is legit. That's fair. So there's that. There's them if they're stay-at-home moms, just home with the kids all day. Like, it's just, they're fucking miserable. And all I'm saying is that, first of all, if you think you don't want kids, don't let anyone talk you into it. Because once they're there, that's it. Like, they're there. Second of all, foster kittens or puppies first. Like, I'm telling you, I've been fostering neonatal bottle-fed kittens for 20 years. Those fuckers are the best birth control. I swear to God. Baby steps. Just start there. They have to be fed every few hours throughout the night. It is absolutely exhausting. And you get to say goodbye to them. And then like, if you and your partner can make it through that, then maybe consider going from kittens to puppy. Like, make it a graduated step thing. When my boyfriend first moved in, I was fostering a litter of kittens, and there were nights that he just let me sleep. He got up and gave them a bottle and did their little tushies to make them go potty and just let me sleep because he thought I was tired. And I was like, damn, it's a shame we don't want kids because you'd be a good dad. But what's crazy is how many people who thought they wanted kids, who were like, no, I was dying to have kids, now that they're here, fucking hate those kids. Like, it's just, I don't know. Some people have kids way too fast in the relationship. That's all I'm saying. Like, give it a beat. Give it a beat. Foster some kittens. See if that works out.
Not saying this to be mean or anything, but how does having a baby change your relationship for the worse? And how does it morph into you regretting having kids? So I went on the Regretful Parents subreddit to gain some insight. Like, maybe I'm romanticizing like parenthood. You know, maybe I need to see a perspective that I haven't considered. And I'm not here to diminish these people's frustrations, but it kind of all boils down to a handful of things. One being, these people did not like children and they had children. Okay. 2, one partner wanted kids and the other didn't. Do not have children with someone that doesn't want kids. Both people have to be on board with the idea of having children. 3, these people did not fully understand what it meant to have a child. There are people complaining that they don't get to sleep in anymore or that they have to read a book to their child. And granted, it's like the same book 10 times, but what did you expect? And then 4, which is the most common, was that like the primary parent was not getting any help with the kids from the other parent. And we see that a lot, especially when it comes to women. Or there were also like financial stress at the time, like they had difficulties. And I completely understand, like, now you feel frustrated and now you feel stuck. But a lot of these problems seem to be avoidable. Like, it's hard to wrap my mind around it. And again, like, I'm not trying to diminish anybody's frustrations, and, you know, I could be romanticizing it, but how do you not realize what you were getting into, you know?
Before I had a baby, I didn't think that I wanted to have kids. And the reason that I didn't want to have kids is not because I didn't like kids, and it's not because I didn't want to be a mother. The reason I didn't want to have kids is because I never saw an arrangement where the woman wasn't doing most of the work. I never saw a single relationship in my entire life where the woman wasn't the default parent. However, I have a baby now, and I'm not the default parent. I'm a dad. Like, straight up, I'm the dad. I don't juggle everything. I'm not like the automatic point person for my kid. And if that's attractive to you, I want to talk about how I made that happen. First of all, I made sure that my husband was the stay-at-home parent for the first few months. I would strongly encourage anyone who has that financial ability to consider a similar setup. Because here's what I see happen with all my mom friends. They have a baby, they take on the bulk of the childcare while their husband is working, which makes sense. And everyone's more or less okay with that. Only something weird happens when they go back to work. She's still the primary parent. She's still the one juggling everything. She's still the one the baby gets passed to when he's crying. So here's what I'm gonna say. Society swings so hard towards moms doing the lion's share. You have to really intentionally reset and dismantle that dynamic from the very beginning. It is so much easier to start from a place where it's imbalanced in favor of your husband doing more of the work than to start with you doing the lion's share and expecting him to pick up more and more responsibility over time. You know what I mean? Start from a place of inequality in your favor. And don't worry about it, because as a woman, society is constantly going to be trying to tip the scales towards you doing everything. You're going to have to consciously fight that at every turn. But if you start from a place where you do most of the childcare and then you just expect your husband to start taking on more and more of that responsibility, you're gonna have a dynamic like 99% of the women that I know. When you're in the shower and your husband is sitting on the couch on his phone, your toddler is gonna be banging on the door for you to open the fruit snack. I am giving you permission to be so extremely selfish in those early days. Breastfeed and then hand the baby right back. Don't change a diaper. Don't try to soothe the baby when he's crying. Pass to your husband. Pretend like you're the dad for once, because society is going to knock you right back into place as soon as it can, but at least you're going to have a fighting chance.
Now, in a previous video, I featured a video of a woman saying that if she knew she was going to be a single mother, she would not have had kids. But there's also some married mothers who are single married mothers, and they feel like they should not have had kids. They feel like their lives would have been better if they did not get married, if they do not have kids, largely because of the partner that they chose. Their partner, their husband, is not pulling his weight in terms of helping to take care of the kids and also helping to manage the house. Most times, the people that you see that are like feeling a type of regret for having kids and also being married are usually the ones that are stay-at-home moms, that their husbands are the ones that are providing quite a lot of things in the house, and the husbands are the ones that feel like, okay, if I'm providing this and this and this, I don't need to take care of the kids, I don't need to help you with anything, I don't need to clean or do anything, you're supposed to do everything. And after a while they begin to say, you're just spending my money, you're not like pulling your weight, in case the mother is overwhelmed.
You're justified.
I've been what? I've been doing what for 10 years?
You've been riding on my income.
I've been riding on your income for 10 years, being a stay-at-home mother, which you wanted me to.
I feel like that's a major reason why some married mothers are kind of having regrets that they have kids. Now, someone mentioned that there are 3 things that you need to effectively take care of your kids. Number 1 was a loving and present partner, a loving and present husband, and that is a major thing that can help a woman when she's raising kids. Because if the husband does not understand that raising kids it's supposed to be a 2-parent thing and everybody is supposed to pull their weight, it can be overwhelming for the mother. Now, number 2 is finances, and number 3 is community. And finances is very important, because you need to have money for some certain things, and when there is lack of money, lack of resources, it can put a strain on the relationship and also limit how well you can raise your kids. Now, community is very important for both parents, because if you have a community that can help out sometimes with the child care, help out sometimes with relieving some of the stress that is involved in taking care of kids, because it's not easy raising kids. So a strong community, a community that is always there for you, is something that a lot of people need to effectively raise children. Now, someone was mentioning that she's not the default parent, her husband is like the default parent, and she did that by making sure that it was active during the early stage of the baby's life, like when she gave birth, that she was making sure that he was able to do some things. So now it's actively involved in the childcare, and it's not making her so stressed up about raising kids, because she knows that he's actively involved in childcare and he's pulling his weight, which is one of the things that I said earlier, that a active, loving and present partner can help a lot of women who feel overwhelmed with raising kids. So that is my thoughts about this topic. I don't know what you guys think about this revelation of some married mothers regretting having kids and even getting married. I would love to hear what you think about single married mothers, and even single mothers saying that they wish they knew that they were going to be single mothers and they would not have gotten pregnant. Please share your thoughts in the comment section so that we can get this discussion popping. Now, if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you are not yet subscribed and you like videos such as this, please consider subscribing by clicking on the red button that says subscribe. And don't forget to click on the bell notification icon by the side so that you're notified anytime I upload videos. Now, with all that said, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.